Most people around the world have never even heard of the Gaelic Athletic Association. That's the body which regulates Irish sports, including hurling and Gaelic football. But if they come to their headquarters here in Dublin, they'll see that the GAA has built a nice little empire for itself. Croke Park is Europe's third largest stadium with a capacity of 82,000 people. Oozing in sporting as well as political history, it's the pride and joy of the GAA, an amateur organisation which still doesn't pay its top players anything, even though it has to compete in a small country for limited talent and money. But compete it certainly does. Unlike more glamorous and professional sports whose clubs are heavily in debt, the GAA made a profit last year of $23 million.
We just look after our association extremely well. We manage our money in a careful way, and we always plan to the future to ensure that our association is going to stay strong and vibrant.
But the GAA's coffers have also been swollen because it's played host to all major football and rugby international matches, while their home, Lansdowne Road, was being redeveloped. A controversial and politically charged decision to allow in non-Irish sports, especially when England came to play.
The first time that the British were actually in Croke Park since Michael Hogan and those were shot way back in 1920, and the reception the English team got, I think everybody in Ireland was proud of it, and also the response of the English team in applauding the Irish spectators on that particular day when they stood in reverence to the English national anthem.
But to understand how the GAA has survived and thrived as an amateur game, you need to come to some of the most remote parts of Ireland. The village of Kiltegan, for example. Population 75, pubs 2, sources of community cohesion only 1. As soon as they can walk around here, they are taught to play hurling or Gaelic football. Young or old, male or female, the local GAA club is the hub of all activity in villages like this throughout the country. In tiny hamlets like Kiltegan, there's great pride in the facilities here and the achievements of its unpaid local players, all on the back of careful husbandry of funds. And to save even more money, they even make their own hurleys. But how will Gaelic sports survive as Ireland struggles in the deepest recession ever?
The recession has brought us back down to earth, you know. It's reinvigorated community initiatives, it's reinvigorated the GAA. You know, people are more willing to put their time into it. It's not about money. I think the Irish people forgot what it was like to be Irish and be themselves. People got caught up in money, and I crept in for a while, but I think that'll go again. Hopefully it'll go again. I wouldn't be a fan of it at all.
For many, the GAA is the very backbone of Irish society, not just in a sporting sense in remote villages like this, but also in a social and some say even political sense. But how does an amateur game where the players don't get a penny survive when the lure of glamorous and better paid sports exists so close to home?
There would be a view that in terms of what has gone on in the last 10-15 years, the allowing players have endorsements and everything else, that Gaelic games are simply going the same way that every other sport went on the road to professionalism. Once you set out on that road, you can't really turn off it at any stage. So far they've held the line, but it's impossible to see down the road.
The Gaelic Athletic Association, now in its 127th year, has seen wars of independence, civil strife, multiple recessions and a Celtic Tiger boom. Yet it has remained true to its amateur ethos in the face of growing professionalism. Whether it can hold fast in the coming decades remains unclear.